Since Species.
G'day invaders, welcome to Since Species. This is the first time I've got the camera out for a while on this channel, and I feel like I owe you guys somewhat of an apology, explanation, maybe a little bit all of the above. And this is going to be a rambly 20-minute or so video. So if you're not familiar with my channel, you can either say hi and stay on board, or you can drop off and watch Mr. Beast or something else. So the reason why I wanted to post this video is because Happy Console Gamer put out a video today, and it was very much like this. Him walking in a forest, as he calls it. I think he called it a forest. And just getting a few things off his chest. So it got me thinking, I'm overdue for a video. I've been wanting to do it for ages. So this is kind of like a video response. Remember when they were a thing? This is a video response to his video. Now I've got to make sure I don't get lost. This is a fire trail in Heathcote, the suburb that I live in. I think that's a dead end. No, that's it. Okay, no, we're right. Okay, so this is a fire trail, and I don't do this trail often enough, which is why I'm wanting to do this video, because I feel like I should be getting out and about a bit more. So, for those who don't know, Happy Console Gamer is a channel run by Johnny, and he's about 5 days younger than me. So we're pretty much the same age, all right? And he's a mad gamer, as I am. And I kind of find it interesting to see his take on video games and his life story when it came to how he experienced gaming growing up through his teenage years through to adulthood, etc. And I can kind of relate quite a bit to his channel. So that's the reason why I'm doing this response video, is because he touched on quite a few points that hit home with me. And that is getting into my 50s, yeah, 51 now, and doing content, which is a word that I also don't like, videos. I only wanted to do YouTube videos because I felt like I've got a lot to talk about with gaming, and YouTube was the perfect way to do it. And I would have done it sooner if I had access to the cool technology that we've got on board these days. By the way, don't quite have the cool tech that Johnny's got. Happy Console Gamer, he's got a DJI Pocket 3, and I'm rocking a Sony ZV-1F, which is still a decent camera. Just lacks the stabilization that he's got on his videos. So you might see me swap hands halfway through. So I did have points that I wanted to touch on, so I've got to try and remember it. None of this is scripted, and like his video, I'm hoping that I don't have to edit any of this. Which leads me to a couple of things that have been happening with the channel. So since 2020 to now, my life has been a roller coaster shit fight. I lost my dad last year. I didn't misplace him, he died. Sorry, I have to make it. This sounds so stupid. I lost Dad last year. So that was, we weren't really overly close, but it rocked the boat. It really rocked the system. And now I'm dealing with looking after my mum, who's by herself in the country, on and off as much as I can do. This arm's getting tired, there we go. So that's been going on in the background. Last year I also moved to Heathcote, this area, in a new house, a townhouse, and that took a bit of setting up, and you know, it's a lot of work moving into a new house. G'day. I feel like I'm by myself, but there's a lot of trail bike riders coming through here, or push bike riders. So yeah, so last year moved into a new house, wanted to get set up, but it's just been a bit of a struggle, and I haven't been motivated to do YouTube videos, but I've been still streaming on Twitch, so you'll catch me on Twitch mostly 3 days a week. I've been kind of missing a few streams lately, unfortunately. I'm also very active on Twitter, despite everyone calling that a shit fight, which it is, but it's still the platform that gets me the most engagement. And I might post this video up on Twitter as well, if people care to watch it there. So, the technology that I've got to try and get me motivated is, well, first the big news, and that is I'm switching from Sony Vegas. And I don't know how many of you edited videos in the past, but Sony Vegas was a pretty straightforward program, but it crashed a lot. It just kept crashing. So, hang on, I'm just gonna stop for a bit to get my breath back. So yeah, Sony Vegas was a good program that I used for almost 10 years. However, I think it's time to retire it because it's no longer Sony. Sony don't run and operate it anymore. So I decided that everyone keeps talking and banging on about DaVinci Resolve. So I thought maybe it's time to give that a try. So that's going to be something that's happening in the background, and I thought I'd tell you just in case you start to notice the videos looking somewhat different. The other thing is I've got new tech. So I've got this, the microphone is a DJI mic. I think they don't have a name for it, it's just DJI mic. It's the first one I've seen it. They've now released newer, cooler ones since then, but I'm still happy with this older one. But the big news was that I won a Sony FX30, which I'm not using now because that damn thing is heavy. And this is more of a vlogger camera than that thing is. And the batteries, I think, are a little bit better on this little thing, which is why I've decided to pull this guy out and record. So with that production standard camera, and when I say production standard, like people actually film commercials with that thing, I've had to learn how to use the damn thing. So there's that. So all this stuff has been building up in the background, planning for my return to YouTube. The other thing is nerves got the better of me. I don't like recording out in public, which is why I'm out here with all my friends. There's no one around. I like this. This is why I like coming out into the bush, because you don't have to worry about someone looking at you and going, oh, look at that guy, he thinks he's a YouTuber. So yeah, I've been having a lot of confidence issues when it comes to YouTubing, being a bit lazy, and a whole heap of other reasons why I just didn't get in front of the camera. That's going to change though, because I do want to, I've got to make a decision here, hang on. Sorry, I'll just let you see what I'm up against here. We've got a fork in the road. I think that's the dead end. This goes towards Audley, so I'll just continue on. Okay, So yeah, so I'm going to be getting the camera back on track. Oops, as I try not to kill myself. Be the shortest return to YouTube ever. Because I do like posting videos. I don't make any money off it. When I say I don't make any money off it, I mean zero. YouTube doesn't pay me anything at all. Even with a video that does gain a bit of momentum, I'm not qualified because my account has been broken and I don't understand what the story of that is. I've tried since 2016 to now to get that resolved, and it's just been a big dealing with a bot. So there's that. So yeah, I plan to do some more Let's Plays. I know that sounds strange, but I feel like YouTube was better back in 2017. I feel like 2017 was the sweet spot for YouTube, and now it's gone corporized. I hate how every video now looks the same from these bigger YouTubers. And Happy Console Gamer made a comment. He said that someone said to him that they try to criticize him, saying, how does it feel being on YouTube all these years and you haven't even reached a million subs? And it's like, you don't get the point. That's not the reason why he does YouTube. He's not there for numbers. He's there to have and that's the same. I would not, I mean, yes, it would be cool to reach 1 million subs, but it'd be kind of stupid if you had 1 million subs and none of them interact or comment or liked or did anything, right? So I feel like the subs side of things, it only means something when a corporation reaches out to you to want to advertise something on your channel, which I think has kind of killed YouTube. And now a word from our sponsor. So anyway, try not to get too rambly, but he did make that comment, and it made me realize that for a start, I kind of assumed that he was already on 1 million followers. Yeah, so I watch his channel. I also watch a lot of Spawnwave because I want to keep up on news, and I feel like Spawnwave really does a good job on you know, getting all the gossip and trying to make sense of what's happening. And also I like to watch RGT85 because he's a shit stirrer, and I feel like the internet needs that from time to time. Someone to ask questions and say things that others are afraid to say. I feel like that's Sean from RGT85. I feel like that's his strength. And I don't know why he upsets so many people with the stuff he says, because I don't really feel like he says anything that outrageous, but people get triggered by it. Whatever. So yeah. And that's the other thing. I want to do more state of the channel videos, not like this, but I will be once a month, just talking about what I'm doing on the channel. Also commenting on what videos have been doing well, like I used to do back in 2017. And what else is there? I also want to do just videos looking at my garage, and you're probably thinking, what the hell's that about? My garage has now been converted, it's slowly taking place, into a video game repair center. And I kind of hope to be able to carry out repairs to some old gaming consoles that I've got. For example, I want to put a new screen into a Game Gear that I've got, and also fix up a Game Boy Advance and an NES. I also want to fix up my Mega Drive because the Mega Drive really needs to be looked after. So that's going to be something that will be ongoing. But yeah, Johnny's video really did strike a chord with me, and he was talking about how Game Chasers had, Game Chasers had a person, Billy, die, and I wasn't overly close to that channel. I didn't watch it, but it did hit home with me that he was too young to be taken from us. So it got me thinking, don't give a shit about what people think or say when it comes to your channel. Like, take criticism, take feedback, but don't let it get to you. So yeah, don't let other people distract you too much about what you're into and what you're wanting to put forward on the platform. And yeah, no, I just I'm kind of going against what I just said because I passed by two people, but it is kind of awkward holding a camera, talking to it while walking past people. They kind of feel like it's weird. This is an area, by the way, that most of the people living in this area are boomers or they're tradies. Boomers and tradies. So there's not really much tolerance for social media garbage, which a lot of it is. There's a lot of garbage on social media, and that's what I hate, is what social media has become. I feel like it should be more about content creation. Actually, that's the term that I had. People posting things about what they believe in and what they feel passionate about, not content creation. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit rambly. I didn't quite hit the 20-minute mark. I'm not like Johnny from Happy Console Gamer. That guy just articulates his words much better than I can, and he talks for much longer. Another thing, I actually wanted to use sunglasses while doing this, but when I put the sunglasses on, I can't see the screen at all. It polarizes the damn screen out. So that's why you're seeing the beady eyes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Anyone that hasn't been to Australia, this is what it's like walking in the bush. It's actually not as dangerous as... I would much rather walk in the bush here in Australia than Canada, because I've done that. I walked in Canada, we were in Vancouver, and we saw fresh bear shit on the ground. You don't see anything here. Nothing can... Like, you get snakes. Snakes is about the worst it gets. You know, there's all a lot of crap that, oh, everything's out to kill you in Australia. I haven't seen anything. I'm more worried about the people than animals. There's no koalas, nothing here. It's just bush. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But I promise my next video will not be more rambly. I will do, just before I go, I will do more travel videos if I can, because I feel like that it's interesting to see different parts of the world. And I think travel's really important for people. There's a lot of people that I see, for example, that follow me, and they say they've never been outside of their country. I'm looking at you Americans. So many of you have never been outside of your country, and you got to do it at least once or twice in your life. So I will be doing travel videos. I should have done one in Japan when I was there, but I was burnt out, and I felt like I just needed a break from posting crap. But I'm back to posting crap. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. It felt good to get this off my chest. My name's been Brian, it still is, and I've been gaming since Spacies. Thanks, guys.
Since Spacies.